Hey guys, in this video we are going to deploy our Docker image on Kubernetes using helm. So to start with this, we will first install helm on our system. So to install helm, we will just quickly move to helm.sh, and from there if I go to helm.sh and then if I go to helm.sh, you will find this page. Here you can see the docs, and in docs you can see the introduction of this, and here you can see installing helm. So if I quickly scroll down, you can see how you can install helm on your system if it is a Ubuntu system. So in my case I have Ubuntu system, so I will just quickly copy these commands and run it on my terminal. But since I have already installed helm on my system, I will skip those steps. So here is my helm installed. If I run helm, here you can see several commands which are supported or comes with helm, and then you will see here that it is saying that it's a Kubernetes package manager. So what does it mean? So basically, whenever we want to install any package on my Linux operating system, so what we do is we do apt install and then Linux package. So here we say that apt is a package manager for my operating system. So apt provides a highly common interface for package management system. So here you can read the definition or description of it. So in similar manner, if I want to install any of my application on Kubernetes, so I can simply run helm install then the name of the chart. So that is why we call helm as a package manager for Kubernetes, because it allows us or it provides us a way to install our helm chart or create objects, Kubernetes objects using helm install command. So right now we have covered the first step, that we have installed helm. Now let me quickly check whether my Kubernetes cluster is running. So I have a Minikube cluster running here. Now we have done this. Now what we will do is we will create. We will just simply create a helm chart for our application that was Nginx with curl, and we will then put our files, that was our service file and the deployment file, inside this particular chart. So let me quickly do helm, and then I should do helm create Nginx with curl. So here if you see now that it has created one folder for me, and let me quickly navigate to this folder. So here you can see that we have four files or folders which are available. So the first one is basically used when we have a dependency chart. Right now we don't have any dependency chart for us, so I will remove this folder. Then we can see that there is chart.yml, so it contains the basic information which has been put by helm create command for us. So here it is writing that Nginx with curl is the name of this particular chart. Then it has put some version description for it, and then the API version. So we will not touch this file as of now. Then we will go to templates folder, and we will remove all the files here because we don't require anything. And basically this is the place where we will place our charts, or our YAML files, and this is the folder which is used for keeping our test cases which we want to run for these YAML files, and this is the file which will be displayed when we will run helm install command. So let me remove all these things and create empty notes.txt file, or let me put some message here with hello and put it in notes file. Let's see whether this message gets displayed when we run helm install command later. Then let me copy my full files, YAML files, which I have created. So those are inside all files, then test deployment, and then my test service file. Test service file to this location. Now you can see I have my test service file and test deployment file, which we were running earlier using kubectl apply command. Now if I navigate one folder back, you can see a third file which is provided by helm create, and the purpose of this file is that whenever we want to generalize or to put any values in our chart in the form of variable, we can simply define those values in my values.yaml and use a variable for those particular configuration inside my chart. So what I mean here is, let's say this is my values.yaml, and inside this I have one value that is service port. So what I want to do is I want to use this particular value, that is 80, from my values.yaml inside my chart. So what I will do is I will go to my templates, and inside my templates, if I go inside test.service, what I will do is I will replace it using values dot service dot and simply save it. Now if I will just run, now I am done with all the changes. Let me quickly do helm template nginx with gun, and let me run this command. Then you can see that here helm template has provided me my charts by replacing all the values which will be replaced when this chart will be installed on my system. So here you can see that this particular location where we had our variable as values.service.port has been replaced with 80. So this is how you can just run your chart and see what all values get replaced when you actually install your chart. So now what I will do is I will just create a chart with this particular folder. So to do that I will say helm and then package. I will create a package of this, and I will say helm package nginx with curl. So here I will get my particular package, that is helm package, and now I can share this particular chart with anyone who wants to use it. But instead of sharing it by just copying it, what we usually do is there is a repository, or we can say artifact hub, where it can be uploaded. So this is similar to GitHub, where we can upload this particular chart, and from here if anybody wants to download it, he first needs to, if you will see here, if anybody wants to use my particular chart, he will have to use my repository or add my repository to his system, and then he can simply install this chart from my repository. So we will not go into that details as of now, because we are right now concentrated, or we are going to create a chart and then see how we can install it. So this is how you can upload your chart right now. And now what I will do is I will simply remove this one, Nginx with curl, and now I just have my chart with me, and now I want to install this particular chart. So if you see, app, let's say, and do this. So here you can see the message from my notes file has been displayed here. Hello helming. Then let me do helm list, and here you can see my app has been installed, and the name of this app is what we passed here. Then when it was deployed, so if you see the timings, it has been deployed just now. And then what is the name of the chart? The name of the chart is Nginx with curl, and the app version is 1.16.0, which has been picked from my chart.yaml, and it has been deployed. Now let me see what all has been deployed on my system. So kubectl get deployment, you can see here my deployment is now running. And if I do kubectl get services, here my Nginx service is running, and it has port 80, which we mentioned as node port there in our YAML file. So here we have seen how we can create a chart for our application and how we can deploy it using helm. Now the main benefit of this is that instead of running kubectl command for each YAML file, we just need to run a simple helm install command, and it will install all these charts for me. Also, it provides one more benefit is, and that is, let's say you have two applications with two different charts. So if I combine my application, Nginx application, with let's say one DB application like MySQL, then you will have two separate charts, and you will have to install each chart separately, or you can say you will have to run kubectl command for each YAML file separately on your system to make your application running. But in case of helm, it becomes very easy. You just need to put in your Nginx chart the dependency of that MySQL chart, and then that MySQL chart will be deployed before your Nginx chart, and then your Nginx chart will be deployed finally, and then finally your application will be running. So basically, where the crux is that you can mention dependencies on charts using that chart folder which we saw earlier. So this is how you can install helm. Now one more benefit of this is that you have to simply do helm uninstall my app, and you can see what it did is it will delete all the objects on its own for you. So if now I would do kubectl get deployment, you can see there are no deployments, and if I do kubectl get service, you can see Nginx service is now gone. So here you can see how easy it becomes when you use helm with as a package manager for Kubernetes, and your application installation and uninstallation becomes so easy that you just need to write helm install and uninstall, and your whole application and all your objects get deleted or created with a single command. So that is all for helm. If you are interested or want to read more about helm, you can refer this helm.sh quick start guide, and here you can see several helm commands which are given here. So that's it for this video. Thank you for